Hello, my presentation today is about the city of Casey, Illinois. This is a very small town full of very big things. It's one of my favorite destinations in eastern Illinois because they have more world records than stoplights on their streets. They have over 30 roadside attractions and 15 world records as of today. So, let's talk about what makes it so special. America's quirkiest small town. Casey is located in central Illinois, kind of by Schaumburg. It sits at the intersection of a few major regional highways, I 70 to be specific. The town's strategic positioning makes it easily accessible by many different mechanics, such as cars, trains, and there are bus routes straight from Rockford. Casey's geographical positioning and accessibility draws visitors from all over the Midwest and all over America, anyone seeking small town experiences. Its Köppen climate is CFA, meaning that it is a humid subtropical climate, which is a mild, temperate climate. Very nice, very pleasant. Let's talk about the world record phenomenon. Casey has so many Guinness World Records for so many things. They've got the world's largest rocking chair, the world's biggest mailbox, the world's biggest ball of twine, and among others. They've broken so many records and transformed this town into a very unique town. This attracts roadside tourist enthusiasts from all over the place and generates significant economic interest for local companies and small businesses. When it comes to getting around town, there are lots of parking accessibilities. There's hotels for short term and long term visits. And the town offers lots of guided tours, visitor centers, informational resources, probably maps that tell you where to find these giant art sculptures, and well marked pathways connecting major attractions. There are seasonal operations, but also year round accessibility. Most people visit during the summer. That is a great time to take a road trip, and this is a must see on any long destination. Casey embodies quintessential American charm with its historic downtown, great dining establishments, really good hospitality from locals, and just characters all around the town that create an unforgettable experience. But where in the world is Casey? Its coordinates are 39 degrees north, 87 degrees west. This is the heart of Illinois. It is accessible off of Interstate I 70, and it's a good cross corridor for a couple of major areas in the Midwest. It is located about 250, 260 miles from Rockford, and it's a 4 hour drive through some good woods, beautiful Midwest landscapes. This position makes it perfect for road trips because these are things you'll never see anywhere else in the world. And what is a road trip without seeing the world's biggest rocking chair? But it goes beyond just a rocking chair. They've got 14 official world records, which is pretty incredible for a town with, 2,400 people. Um, all these, this whole community was brought together to create these things to ogle at. Over 30 attractions that are just ginormous. It creates a very unparalleled tourist experience, and each attraction tells a story of creativity in the community and determination to create the world's biggest pencil, probably out of the world's biggest tree. So, the giant attractions From the world's largest objects to just big art installations, it's a really cool thing to see before your eyes. It can also create some really good photo opportunities, see things from a different perspective, really change your viewpoint and make you look itty bitty on Instagram. Each record represents community investment in tourism and local pride. The locals there have lots to be proud of, with lots of effort, materials, and big ideas to create these big things. But how do you get to Casey? So there are multiple routes here that you can take. I'd recommend Interstate 70. I mean, if you're on it anyways, it's a great place to check out a side quest, see something new. Yes, it's about 4 hours from Rockford, so I wouldn't recommend it as the main destination. Um, but if you're on the way, definitely worth stopping at. There are daily Amtrak services available. The connection is at the Mattoon station, but I would not recommend that as it's a 6 hour rail trip from Rockford, and it's like a couple $100. So I don't think that's very worth it. However, the strategic location makes Casey a perfect choice for either a quick day trip, relaxing weekend getaway, or just a fun pit stop on a bigger mission. Transportation in this city isn't much different from most American cities. Most people just drive their cars. Um, there are other ways to get around. There's the Amtrak train, and there's bus lines. But if you really need to get around in Casey and you don't have a car, I hate to say it, but just call an Uber, call a Lyft. There isn't much else around there. I don't think it's very walkable. When it comes to the locals, most people drive, about 80% of them. It's a 20-minute drive to their work, which is better than the American average of like 26 minutes. Some people carpool, a handful of people walk, and almost nobody takes the public transportation. But the public transportation is served by the Rockford, Mass Transit District and Illinois Valley Regional Transit. So there are options for public transport. Let's talk about the people there. That community is full of so many characters with a very small population of 2,400. It's a very intimate community. Everyone is very kind to each other, very hospitable, and it's so cool to see their shared vision of these world-class attractions that any visitor can experience anytime they're nearby. So don't forget Casey the next time you go on a road trip. This city is just teeming with giant sculptures and big experiences with all those world records, all those roadside attractions, and really great vibes in an authentic small town in America. Thank you for listening to my project. And hopefully someday I'll see you in Casey. Goodbye.